Hey YouTube, what's up? Coming back at you with another one of my gun talk videos. This time I'd like to show you a little dandy I picked up a few years ago. Forget the name of the gun shop I bought it at. It's not important though, but what is the rifle and how much I paid for it. This is, sorry about the camera guys, I'm going to have to upgrade my audio-visual equipment here in the future. I haven't had a chance to do it yet. Been meaning to get me a better camera, so if somebody can give me any suggestions as to what works good making these videos, you know, good graphics and all that nonsense, just let me know. Shoot me a reply or something on one of my blogs, or email me through YouTube or something like that, because I need to get something a lot better than what's on my Mac here. It kind of sucks really, but it's all I got. Anyway, this is the M-44 Mosin Nagant carbine. That's what it's called. I love this rifle. It's one of my favorite rifles, but it's one of my least shot rifles too. Like I said, I picked this up a few years ago for $100 at a gun shop in Richmond, Kentucky, when I was down there doing some work stuff. So I decided one day, as an early birthday gift to myself, I'm going to go to the gun store and see what they got. And then found, actually they had quite a bit of these, but this was the one that I found that was in the best shape. It's, you know, just has a few wear marks on it here and here and up here with some of the lacquer, the finish is coming off, but it's no big deal. But this is the M-44 Mosin Nagant carbine. These saw a lot of action in World War II. If you ever seen Enemy at the Gates, the Russian sniper, he uses one of these, shoots one of these, but it's the longer standard version that's not as short as this one. This one is you call it a scout version. They call it on the internet and some sites a carbine version. Either way though, with either one of them you can't go wrong. It's just the other one's going to be a little heavy. This rifle's pretty hefty itself. It's a bolt action, as you can see. 5-round magazine. I've looked into any mods you can get as far as extending the magazine to hold more than 5 rounds. I don't think you can. I haven't heard or seen of anything that you can get to extend the magazine. And at the same time, it's clear. Like I said guys, I cleared it and checked it 2 times before this video, so remember, anytime I ever handle a weapon and show it to you, it's already been checked for being safe, so don't worry about that. Now right here, and you can't see it on my camera, it sucks. It looks like it has a Russian emblem with a sickle, hammer, and some leaf clusters around it, but that's not what's important. Right here below it, and below it looks like to be the serial number, is the armory stamp. Different armories in Russia will have a different stamp. This one is a triangle. It looks like an arrow going forward. Now, some collectors, some of these are worth money depending on the type, worth more money depending on the type of stamp from the armory it comes from. I don't know. Personally, I'm not a Mosin Nagant expert. I don't really care about that. I just bought it because it looked cool, it was fun to shoot, and I've heard good stuff about it. Now with these, one of the things I don't like about this is that to put a scope on these, you have to, I've seen some aftermarket kits, some of them have been kind of junky, some of them have been okay. You have to knock out the pin that holds on your rear elevation sight. This is your rear elevation sight right here. It looks like it goes all the way up to, I don't know, pretty far. But anyway, you have to knock this out, put in a Picatinny rail, and then you mount your scope or sight on it or whatever you have. As it is, I don't think I'm going to put a scope on it. There's really no reason to. I might buy another one, the full-size Mosin Nagant here in the future. I've thought about it, and then maybe buying one of those some of those polymer stocks that I've seen where you just basically take out the guts of the rifle, put it in the new stock, and then people use them for deer hunting, you know, that sort of thing. Really, as it is now, if you wanted to deer hunt with it, you could. So, and it takes a, let me tell you a little bit about the round. It takes a 7.62 by 54 rimmed, because it has a good size little rim right there. Some people call it 7.62 by 54 Russian. So this is what it takes right here. I mean, it's a pretty good size. I think it could take down a deer with no problem, if not a bear. So, one important thing to note about this ammunition is that most of the ammunition that you get is from Soviet bloc countries, number one, and it tends to be corrosive. So I always advocate, even though these have chrome lined barrels, I always advocate as soon as you're done shooting this rifle, clean it within a reasonable amount of time and get something in there to neutralize those salts, so you know your rifle doesn't rust all to hell. Anyway, I've heard it doesn't hurt the rifle much with these corrosive rounds because it does have a chrome lined barrel, but I don't like to take chances with my firearms. I like to take care of them and keep them good looking and in service for as long as I can, even if it was $100. So anyway, that's the round it shoots. Now, one thing I would do with this ammunition definitely is get only ammunition that is brass casing. The reason I say that is that there are some manufacturers out there that make casings out of, I think it's copper, some kind of copper alloy material. I've never had any experience with metal, or I mean steel casings, and I don't know if any of them out there exist, but I do know you're better off shooting the brass casings and not the copper shells, because when I bought a box of the copper shelled ones, or the copper alloy shelled casing, whatever, I would notice after I would shoot the rifle, when I go to work the action and rack another shell in the chamber, I couldn't get the action open from right here. I mean, it was pretty tight. I think the casing after firing it swelled a lot in the chamber, and basically I had to muscle my action open and extract the shell almost manually. And it did that with just about every single round I had in that box. So after that, I said no more. I stopped shooting it. I think I had several rounds left over. I stopped shooting it, and I said no more copper cased rounds because they suck as far as gumming up the action of your Mosin Nagant. If you've had better luck than I have with them, or doing something that I don't know that I should be doing, you know, that's fine, but I'm not going to use them anymore. And here's a little feature came with it, which probably would be kind of worthless today, but it's still cool. It's just that it has an attached bayonet. You just fold it out from the side, pull down on the little ring right here, and fold it out from the side, pull it up, loop it over the barrel, like so. And you've got a little screwdriver ice pick looking bayonet, which I don't care for really. I mean, it's okay, but when I bought this, it came with the rifle, obviously. It was in a box, slopped down with Cosmoline. Had to get that crap out of there. And it came with some ammo pouches. I think there was 2 together on one little pouch itself, and you just put it through your belt or your web gear and whatever, and you can have a little ammo pouch, store your ammo in. And it came with a sling, which I thought was great. And that way I don't have to buy a sling with it. And it came with a cleaning kit, which I don't have out here, but it was just basic stuff like a bore brush and I think a carbon scraping tool, and the bore rod, which you attach your bore brush to, is underneath the rifle right here. This little thing sticking out. You just unscrew it, comes out, clean your rifle, slide it back down into the stock of the gun, and tighten it back up. I just leave it there. I don't really use it that much. I use my flexible bore snake to clean it out, it's a little bit better, I think. But other than that, I mean, really not much to it. It's just one of my favorite rifles. I thought I would share with you all on YouTube. And like I said, I got it a couple years ago, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was $100. For this condition now, I've seen them going for like 130, around 100, 130. So I would recommend, if you're going to get one and you really don't care about the condition of the stock and that, go ahead and buy it, because it's really a fun rifle to shoot. And for $100, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, you're not going to find a better deal like that anywhere else. It's fun to shoot. Bolt action. It is pretty accurate. I've shot at about distance, I believe it was about 300 yards of the shooting range I go to. I hit a little high and left of center mass using light ball ammunition. Not too bad though. I wasn't trying to really go for accuracy then, and I was just trying to get a feel for these sights and the range, stuff like that. Just having a little bit of fun with it. But tell you one thing, it kicks like a damn mule. After about 15 shots that day, I had to find something to use as a makeshift butt pad because it was wearing the hell out of my shoulder. But anyways, like I said, people use them for hunting all the time. They take the guts out, put them in different stocks. They're like those black polymer stocks. You can do that. And a lot of the times those stocks will have places where you can better mount a scope, whereas you really can't on this. And I've heard if you're going to mount a scope on there, you have to rework get the kit that lets you sort of move the location, or it gives you something with another bolt charging handle. This one they say won't work with a scope. It won't clear the rear end of the scope, which I've never tried or seen. And you can buy a kit where you can I guess you detach this, drill a hole, and reattach the new scope, or reattach the new bolt handle that's curved and that lets you clear the rear end of the scope. Seems like a lot to go through for just an inexpensive rifle. Unless I was really serious about hunting, I guess I wouldn't bother with it, because like I said, this is pretty good to go out of the box too. A lot of the rifles I get and stuff I buy, I like to buy right out of the box. Anything you buy is pretty much ready to go right out of the box. So, but I don't do a whole lot of mods to my stuff. A little bit, like my AR. I think I put a front grip on it, and I'm going to show you that here in one of my following videos. But I put my EOTech on it, and that's about it. Because one thing, it came already modded right out of the box when I bought it. It had just about everything you could want, as far as rails, skeleton, buttstock, anything on it. It was ready to go out of the stock, but I pretty much paid for it, and then the manufacturer put all that stuff on, and I bought it that way. So that doesn't really count either. But like I said, I've enjoyed shooting this. It is fairly accurate. It is an inexpensive gun, but it does kick like a damn mule. Like I said, after a few shots, you'll probably want to give your shoulder a rest or call it quits altogether. But other than that, ammo's not too expensive. It's easy to get, and these are still pretty easy to get. I'd go ahead and buy even one or two before the prices go up, because the way it has been, they've been going up pretty dramatically here in the last couple years. So that's it. If you want to, like I said, if you want to know anything else, got any comments, just float them to me. Thanks, guys. Later.